What up, everybody? This is Gil Lowry from the Onyx Truth Podcast, and you were listening to my homeboy T. Wilson from the What Up Doe Show. So keep it locked, fam.
Give me a sip of water. It's the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. It's time to recognize if you don't know. It's the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. Time to recognize if you don't know.
The What Up Doe Show. Your commentary on sports, entertainment, and alternative news.
Hey, come on with it. Hey, it's What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. Yo, what up, Doe? It's your boy T. Wilson. I am coming to you live on a Monday morning, and you know I love Mondays because Monday is an opportunity to get it right one more again, as they say in the hood, one more again. I am broadcasting live on Meerkat this morning, but I keep getting kicked out, so this is like my fourth time starting up my stream here on Meerkat this morning. Hopefully it doesn't kick me out for a fifth time, because I'm going to be doing the show this time, so this time I won't be able to turn it back on, which is some bullshit. Y'all know what I'm saying. Anyway, I want to say big ups to my birthday people out there. Actually, my birthday person, Mr. Eric Shearer. We used to work together out in Wixom, Michigan. So big up to Eric. It's his birthday, and happy birthday to Eric Shearer. And with all that said, man, we got a great show lined up for you today. I hope you had a great weekend, and let's go ahead and get this party started.
What Up Doe Sports.
The Cleveland Cavaliers superstar Lebron James has declined his player option for the 2015-2016 NBA season this Sunday. It's a decision that was expected as he seeks to maximize his contract while waiting for the league's new television deals to take effect in 2016. So he can get more money if he does this next year, is what he's saying. Anyway, sources say James will take a wait-and-see approach while the Cavaliers tend to their housekeeping matters. It also puts him in a position to say, y'all better get this shit together or I'm up out of this bitch. Also, the bottom line is it's a smart financial move to ensure he's a free agent after next season because the salary cap gets bumped up. That's what's really going down. That's what's really going down. Kevin Garnett is reportedly on course to finish his career with the Minnesota Timberwolves, remaining with the franchise that drafted him rather than explore a more realistic championship opportunity elsewhere. I think that is actually a noble thing for him to do. Good move there, Kevin Garnett. Class act right there. Anyway, having a 15-time All-Star and one-time NBA champion and Garnett around to mentor Minnesota's young, exciting players is a huge bonus for Coach Flip Saunders as he tries to mold the team into a playoff contender. Garnett is an especially valuable resource for number one overall pick Karl Anthony Towns since they play the exact same position.
Yo, this is Spirit G of the G Spot Podcast Network. You're listening to the number one fan by default, since he's the only fan left on earth. Tim Wilson of the What Up Doe Show. Somebody come get y'all uncle.
What Up Doe Entertainment.
Sunday night during an epic Bad Boys Records tribute at the BET Awards featuring Mace, Faith Evans, Lil' Kim, and 112, P. Diddy danced his ass over what appeared to be an elevator lift opening and fell smack on his ass. Hard. But the artist formerly known as Puff Daddy, Puffy, took it like a champ. Unlike his son, couldn't take a little criticism in UCLA. He popped up and finished to a standing ovation and a laughing strength and conditioning coach at UCLA. Tiger, Rack City, bitch. Tiger ditching on a crap ton of rent payments, nearly $100,000 worth, is finally biting. It's finally biting him in the ass, and if he doesn't pay up now, it's really going to cost him. Tiger has a Monday deadline to fork over $80,000 to his ex-landlord in Calabasas. Both sides agreed on that amount to cover back rent payments. If you include interest, he actually owes $124,000, so the settlement is a sweet deal. Maybe he can get his underage rich girlfriend to pay it for him. Let her fork over a couple of bucks. Since paying on time isn't exactly Tiger's strong suit, the judge gave him a stern warning. Meet the deadline. The landlord's going to nail you for the full $124,000. So write to Check City, Check City, bitch.
You suck, you jackass.
Kanye West got a dose of his own medicine when a known stage invader did his thing during a concert. Kanye was performing in Glastonbury, England, when Lee Nelson danced to the center stage. Said, I'm going to let you finish, but I'm the best dancer of all times. Kanye kind of gave a WTF gesture to a security who promptly ramrodded the guy off stage. Nelson has crashed other big shows as well, including X Factor live shows in 2014. But I would certainly like to see him try that with Afro Man.
Yeah, 'cause I got high, because I got high, because I got high. La da 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 da.
On a serious note here, Bobby Christina, the daughter of Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston, Bobby Christina's family came together Saturday as they held a vigil for her. Pat Houston comforted Tina Brown outside the Peachtree Christian Hospice near Atlanta. It's the first time Pat and Tina have been seen together since Bobby Christina was admitted to the hospital back in January. The two families have put their differences aside to comfort one another during this difficult time. For those that don't know, they have taken her off of medicine and potentially off of life support, and they await the unfortunate fate of baby Bobby Christina. So my prayers go up to the Brown and Houston family on that too.
What Up Doe News?
Get down to some What Up Doe news for you. In Atlanta, Georgia, police apprehended a man accused of carjacking crashing a hearse containing a dead body. Man, that takes a lot of guts, right, to carjack a dead body? Anyway, the suspect drove the Ford Flex hearse from Willie A. Watkins Funeral Home off a loading dock after workers moved the corpse from the hospital's morgue to the vehicle. The suspect, who has not been named, was looking for his mummy. That's why he did it. But anyway, he damaged the vehicle as he rammed the morgue entrance gate before eventually abandoning the hearse and carjacking a Ford Explorer a few blocks away. No word whether or not that one had a dead body in it as well. It's time for a commercial break.
We interrupt this podcast to tell you about Latone Heart and the 730 Show.
Pop culture from the dark side.
He's a jackass.
730. Hold it now. Resisting arrest, eating dry ramen noodles, stalking my ex on Facebook. Yeah, I may need medicine. Blacker than chewed up tobacco. The 730 Show. Available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and Spreaker.
My bad, I messed up doing that, man. Anyway, somebody keeps sending me text messages, and I'm getting mad about it. Here's a story that you don't hear coming out of Detroit every day. In my hometown, Detroit, authorities struggled to remove a pig estimated to weigh between 400 and 500 pounds from the basement of a recently deceased man. Police arrived at the home after receiving an anonymous tip that a pig inside the dwelling was being fed human remains. Yeah, how about that one? Feeding the pig people instead of feeding people the pig.
What?
Sounds interesting. No pun intended, but it looks like a pigsty in there. Assistant Police Chief Steve Dolan told the What Up Doe Show, "There's 2 feet of feces down there. Smells like old farmers." And animal rescue workers built a ramp for the animal, and with some difficulty were able to eventually get the pig out of the basement. Police say cadaver dogs were unable to find evidence of human remains. Of course, the pig ate them. They're going to find it in his doo-doo? Anyway. The pig was originally slated to go to a farm in Canton, Michigan, but was deemed too big. Animal rescue group Devoted Barn reportedly adopted the animal. And on a side note, they're serving extra bacon this morning with their free pancake breakfast. Oh, what? Boy, that is stupid. McNupid. Anyway, in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, one of my favorite names of a city, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, the home of baby Jesus. A party not far from Lehigh University received a surprise guest. A hairy 300-pound guest, grunting and hungry. Some say it was an offensive lineman for the Lehigh University football team. At around 2 a.m., police fielded a flood of calls that a black bear roaming the streets near the intersection of 5th and Pierce. I guess the bear must have gone to the party near the party and surprised a bunch of people. Police Chief Mark DeLuzio told the What Up Doe Show. Police and Pennsylvania Game Commission officers were quickly on the scene, where they surrounded and cornered the bear before tranquilizing the mammal. First they pulled guns, then they realized it wasn't a black guy, it was a black bear, so they used tranquilizers instead of bullets. A tattoo inside the bear's lip revealed it had traveled all the way from New Jersey. The bear will safely be released into a more remote location, and neighbors still insist it was actually the left tackle for the Lehigh University football team.
What up? It's your boy Dino Red of the Red Rock Podcast Network. And you listen to my boy T. Wilson of the What Up Doe Show. You better tell somebody, baby.
Where's my music at? In Carson City, Nevada, the most famous legal prostitute in the United States of America goes by the name of Air Force Amy. She's making her case to be the first woman to appear on U.S. paper currency.
Turn up for what?
Amy, who works at the famous Moonlight Bunny Ranch, previously served for 6 years in the U.S. Air Force and believes she embodies everything the Treasury Department is looking for in a woman. You're doggone right. We want a woman that's easy. We want a woman that will give up the putang.
Turn up for what?
You know how money is. Everybody wants some. Why not put a hooker on it? Anyway.
The Treasury Department has said that they want the honoree to be a symbol of democracy and women's equality.
Air Force Amy said.
In the Air Force, I served this country and fought for her freedom. And as a courtesan, I have elevated women's power within the business to the level of six-figure incomes and the ability to control their own destinies. And I can suck a golf ball through a water hose, damn it.
Turn up for what?
Amy is not merely a prostitute, however. She is also a TV star, having been featured prominently on the HBO series Cat House. But that's a TV show about prostitutes. That doesn't make her an actress. Anyway. The $10 bill has featured former Treasury Secretary Alexander Hamilton since 1923, but officials announced earlier this month that it's time for an iconic American woman to grace a piece of U.S. currency. Yeah, so why not a hooker? Sounds reasonable to me. Treasury Secretary Jack Lew will make the final decision about which woman will join Hamilton on the bill. Maybe she has to die first because she's not dead. Is that the only thing holding it up? Put the hooker on the money.
Turn up for what?
In Nagoya, Japan, big up to my man Saul out there in Japan, a gorilla branded Too Handsome online is proving popular with the country's human ladies. Shibani, an 18-year-old gorilla at the Higoshiyama Zoo, has proven popular with Twitter users and zoo visitors who have dubbed him Too Handsome and Eichmann, a good-looking man. Zoo officials said young women hoping to get into the good graces of the gorilla with the chiseled features and brooding poses might be disappointed to learn he has 2 wives of his own species. Throw your hands in the air if you are a true player. Officials said Shibani regularly has a crowd of about 100 people watching whenever he comes out to greet the public.
He's more buff than most human gorillas. He's more buff than most gorilla, and he's at his peak physically. We've been seeing a rise in number of female visitors. Women say he's very good looking.
Ishikawa told the What Up Doe Show.
He seemed to have noticed his personality and his new popularity, but he's kept it very cool. He's cool customer with all of the women that come to pay homage to his physique.
Turn up for what?
Oh, you guys are bananas. Anyway, in Washington, D.C., a woman leaning in to kiss a llama learned a valuable lesson in the form of a face full of llama spit. Now that, take it to the face, baby. Take it to the face, baby. That's what the llama said. It's not me, that's the llama talking. Take it to the face, baby. I want you to take it to the face. Anyway, I'm trying to find another drop here while I act like I'm working. So anyway, we're going to get back to that story in a second. Let me do that. Yeah, that'll work. Let's do that one. Anyway, the woman took the face full of llama spit. A YouTube video available on Facebook.com /What Up Doe Show. You can catch it on my page, Facebook.com /What Up Doe Show. It features a blonde woman leaning in to kiss a llama and making high-pitched squeaking noises at the animal. How does that sound? Anyway, the llama initially seems curious about the woman. He gives it that look. I'm coming. What? And briefly looks as if it's going to lean in to kiss her, but instead gives her a surprise face full of llama spit. The woman, who appears to have gotten some of the slime in her mouth, turns away in disgust and shock. Shocking out guy in my mouth. You were trying to kiss it anyway. It was just what was going to happen anyway. If you kiss it, you're going to have a mouthful of llama spit anyway. So what's the problem? Trying to kiss a llama for anyway? Find a man, damn it, or a good-looking gorilla. Turn up for what? It is now time for your What Up Doe Show closing commentary. This week in the news, unless you've been under a rock, you already know that gay marriage has been legalized throughout the United States of America. For the most part, it's been received well. there have been small factions here and there that have not received it very well. Yours truly, I'm a little indifferent about it all. I really do. I have mixed feelings. I honestly don't care what people do. I have no say here or there. Don't care what you do with your sex life. That's totally up to you. I'm glad that I'm old and ugly now, because when I was young and good looking, gay men hit on me all the time, but they leave me alone now. I'm cool with that. But outside of that, I honestly and truly just feel like it is up to the individual to do what they want to do. And now gay people can marry each other and enjoy the benefits of marriage. And I've always felt like that was something that should be allowed. That way, gay men can stop marrying straight women and taking women away from us just so that they can enjoy the benefits of marriage. Damn it, let them marry each other, have their own world, and leave us the frick alone. Leave our women the frick alone. I'm saying frick because I don't say the F-bomb on the What Up Doe show. But anyway. And then on the other hand, there is the religious angle of this that says, hey, it's wrong. But at the same time, so is premarital sex. So is fornication. So is smoking weed. So is, there's a lot of sin, profanity. There's a lot of sin that we all commit and condone and are okay with. But this one we want to pick and choose and say, oh, this is so too much of a sin for us to accept. And I think that portion of it is a little hypocritical. And I'm not anti-religion. I'm not anti-Christian. I'm not anti-Muslim. I'm not anti a lot of shit. I don't care what people do, honestly. I'm only anti-crossing the line when it comes to me and mine. And I don't, everything else is fair game in my opinion. You do what you want to do with your life. That's on you, between you and your religion and your God. So if you have a problem with it, I understand. I really do, because some people feel like the world is just accepting too much sin and just accepting too much of it. And I'm cool with that if that's how you feel. Me personally, I'm glad they can marry each other so they can stop fucking with me. Oops, I said fuck. My bad. Anyway, that's all I got. That's my commentary. Yo, that's my show for today, man. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Thanks for listening. Big up to all my people that's watching me out there on Meerkat Stream. The stream has grown pretty good. Big up to my man Latone Heart. He hosts a show called The 730 Show. You can catch it on iTunes, Spreaker.com, and Stitcher.com as well. Big up to my man Dino Red of the Shiznit Show. The Shiznit Show is part of the Red Rock Podcast Network. You can catch it on Stitcher.com, also on iTunes, or you can visit theshiznitshow.com. Big up to my man Spirit G of the Hoopla Show. He has a company called the G-Spot Podcast Network. You can catch that on Stitcher.com or thegspn.com. Big up to my girl Lavinia. She be show enough. She does a show called Just Thinking Out Loud from the JTOL Media Group, along with her cousin Bogetto Rising. They do a great show, have a great commentary about Rachel Dolezal that is not to be missed. Big up to all my people that joined me on my other show. We have a new show that started last week. We did our second episode yesterday. Should be released tomorrow. It's called The Unusual Suspects. My guest on this week was Antoine Spann of the Spann Report podcast, Kip Clark of the Stride and Saunter podcast, and Catfish Jenkins of the Potato Salad Radio Show, and also Alea Washington of the 18 to 49 podcast. We had a great time. It was a great show. I can't wait for you guys to check it out. Also, I want to say big up to Enrique Black of the 5 Minutes Away podcast. All my friends down there at blab.im, Saul, Duran, I call him Geron. It's actually Jiren. I don't care. It's Geron to me, damn it. That's how we met. Dahlia, Puerto Ruvian, Sean P., Sarouche, all my peeps over there at Blab, and all my peeps watching me right now on Meerkat. I want to thank you all for listening. Thank you all for joining me. That's it for the What Up Doe Show. Y'all have a fantastic day. Peace out. Press your crease out. Keep the police out while I bust his niece out, and I'm out of here like last year.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
What up, though?